Today we're at the range here in Montana. A beautiful range right next to the Glacier National Park. Got a chance to shoot the Shadow Systems CR920 by the Warrior Poet edition. I love the feel of it. Already looking for a Glock 43. I already actually have a Glock 43, but I don't really care too much, especially because of the capacity of it. Only the 6 rounds or the 6+1. Don't really care for that. So when the CR920 came out on the market, I was very interested in it. I was actually kind of hoping that Shadow Systems would produce a kind of like Glock 43 size type of weapon. I have their Shadow Systems MR920 and I love it. It's one of my favorite guns. It shoots so smoothly. It's reliable. I had never had any issues. I just put an optic on it recently, the Hollow Sun 508T, and I loved it. It runs perfectly. Never had any issues. No failure to feed, no failure to eject. Perfect. So I was looking for another gun for the use case of concealed carry, a weapon that I could carry when printing is an issue. I've actually carried my Glock 43 a little bit in the pocket before in an alien gear holster. It fits well in the pocket. Actually, that's one of my favorite pocket carry holsters. And I'm glad to say the Shadow Systems CR920 fits in that. So I'll be integrating this into my concealed carry for pocket carry when the need arises. For example, I carry it. Sometimes I go to the gym, and depending on what I'm exercising, I'll actually pocket carry my handgun, my Glock 43. Now the CR920 will be my go-to for that role. And for example, there was a case here in Montana, town I was in, there was a shooting at a gym. Someone was inside basically there was an argument between one of the members of the gym members and I think one of the owners. And I believe a homeless man was there trying to, I don't know what the situation was, but maybe he was trying to kick him out or maybe prevent him from loitering, I assume. Well, this man ends up shooting the gym member and killing him. Well, there was another gym member that heard the shots fired. He went into his vehicle, grabbed his gun, and was able to neutralize the threat. And that's kind of one of the reasons why I actually think about carrying inside a gym. So far, the best option I've seen for carrying in the gym, especially if you're doing stuff and your shirt might come up, is the pocket carry. As long as your pocket carry holster is secure and really holds in your gun and also retains it very well. And also if you have pants that have a zipper. So if you have pants that have a zipper, then you could easily keep it in your pants. So when you're at the gym, if you're not doing like CrossFit stuff, it should stay in your pocket in your pants very well. And that way, if the need arises, use it if you have to defend yourself or someone else at the gym. So here I have the Glock 43 Alien Gear pocket carry holster. And as you can see, it works great with my Shadow Systems Warrior Poet CR920. It works perfectly for that. Retention is good. It fits well in the pocket. There is a good pocket guard, so you don't have to worry about it something in your pocket accidentally pulling the trigger. It has a pretty good click and it's sealed up there, so nothing should get into it, especially if you're at the gym like I am occasionally using a pocket holster. Overall, the CR920, it's a great option if you like the Glock platform. I would definitely prefer it over the Glock 43 because of the feel. I really like the stippling on it. It's very, very good texture. Get a good pictures on it. The recoil, it's not too bad. I would say it's better than my Glock 43, just because of the stippling so good. It just feels really well in your hands, and especially that recoil edge. The recoil edge is not too aggressive. I wish it was a little bit more aggressive, but maybe there was constraints with that. But overall, the trigger feels nice. I just put 200 rounds through this. Me and my wife put 200 rounds through this today. The trigger probably going to get better over time. The 200 round break-in period is what they suggest, and from what I've been hearing is the trigger reset gets better over time. So we are about 200 rounds in. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this when I get home, and we'll probably put an optic on it and take it another time to the range to sight in the optic and do some practicing with that with my wife. There was a few issues we had with the CR920. One of those issues was mainly just the failure to feed. Here's an example of a failure to feed. Within the 200 round break-in period, I think it's probably been about 120 rounds so far. So that's kind of to be expected, I feel like, from the reviews I've been seeing. But otherwise, it shoots well so far. That was it. I would say probably about 4 of those. And a couple of them could have been through user operator error. Could be from limp boosting. But also, we've heard, as you know, there's been a couple issues with the CR920 within that 200 round break-in period. Thankfully, towards the end of the break-in period, it seems to be a lot better. But one of the things I was hesitant with buying a Shadow Systems CR920 is from the reviews. A lot of people are talking about how there were issues about it and how they were, within that 200 round break-in period, there was some jamming that would occur. But being a fan of Shadow Systems, I knew they would take care of you if you had any issues. I mean, from all the reading I've done and all the experience I've had with my own MR920, Shadow Systems puts their customers first, and especially with the video they just released regarding the concerns with the CR920 feeding issues, and that happens to be due to this area here. There's like a butt on some of the other CR920s, and they said they came down to that's some of the feeding issues that's being caused is by that. Mine doesn't have that issue. Still had some failure to feed issues, but that was also within the 200 round breaking period. So I'm hoping next time I take it out to the range, before I actually carry this, I'm going to take it out to the range again after I clean it, inspect it. I'm going to shoot it, put some concealed carry ammo through it. Let you guys know if you guys are interested. Leave a comment below if you guys would like to see that. Let's talk real quick about the magazines. 13 round magazines, this larger one. Feels great in the hand. I really get a good purchase on that. It's fantastic. It feels really good, feels really solid. The recoil, I can manage recoil pretty well. I can actually get fairly quick with it. Talk about the other magazine, the 10 rounder magazine. This magazine here, it feels great. Honestly, it's not that bad. I could actually shoot fairly well with this and fairly quickly. The thing I noticed is just put your pinky underneath it and kind of grip it like this, and that will actually retain it very well. And it's not really an issue. My wife, she has smaller hands than I do, and this will actually this is actually really her gun, and she'll be concealed carrying this once we, passes all the inspections and the requirements. But she likes it. She was able to actually put her hand all the way on this because she has tiny little hands. So if you're a woman and you're looking for a good concealed carry piece, I would definitely recommend this, especially for the 10 round magazines and the 13 round magazines versus the Glock 43 that has 6 round plus 1 if you get the extensions. Not a big fan of those. There's also the Shield Arms just released a magazine for the Glock 43, which is 9 rounds. This is actually 10 rounds. I also like this too because it has an optics cut, which I really like their optics cut. It's great for their platform. So this is my second day shooting, and this is actually my father's gun. I did a 200 round breaking period with my gun, and then we put 200 rounds through his gun. With my gun, we had a couple failure to feeds. That could be due to operator error. My wife was shooting it as well, so we may have been limb twisting it, which is a normal cause for a failure to feed.
Older ammo too?
Could have been the ammo, but most likely it was probably our error. This time shooting his, we didn't have any failure to feed, and I think maybe because we, especially with my dad, he has bigger meat hands, so he gets a really good grip on his. And for when I was shooting it, I was very, hunkering down on it too, so we didn't experience any failure to feed. So far, great gun, really enjoy it. Next thing I'm going to purchase is we already have the 507K from Holosun, a green dot version. We are actually, I have it, I just need to install it. We wanted to break it in first, put a 200 rounds with iron sights, and then go ahead and put that on. So we're excited to shoot it with that next.
This is really a nice weapon. Really enjoyed it.
How did it feel in your big meat hands?
That's the thing. I got some big meat on my hands here.
Yeah, you got it.
I think with the extra 13 round magazine, it made a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
The 10 round magazine, it's tight, but the 13 round, definitely nice. This is a very nice piece of equipment. Really enjoy it. I can't wait to put more rounds to it. I think at the end of the day that we're pretty much well shot at this point. So, but yeah, we're happy with it. Like it.
Yeah. And then no issues with it, right?
Zero issues.
One last topic I want to address is if you're a new shooter and you're looking to getting into another platform, I've been kind of training with Glocks for a while, and I like the Glock platform, and that was kind of the industry standard for a while when it comes to law enforcement agencies, and just Glock was so prevalent. I mean, you could have so many different aftermarket parts for it, which makes Glock so great. That's what makes the Glock platform so great, is you could find so many aftermarket parts. It's kind of like the AR-15 platform where you could have a bazillion parts. So that's why I stuck with the Glock platform. Plus the angle height and the draw stroke is very similar to the Glock platform. Well, actually, it's more similar to the Shadow Systems platform, which is actually my preferred platform now, is the Shadow Systems platform. I really like what they've done. I like the quality of their weapons. I love the feel, and basically the price is right for me, especially for all the aftermarket things you'd have to do to a Glock to make it really ideal. If you like this content that we showed you today, or have any comments or questions or anything else you'd like to add to the discussion, please comment below in our YouTube video, and check us out on Instagram, Tactical Paradigm on Instagram. We post photos. We'll probably post some other clips of this shooting that we've done today. And yeah, we'd love to have you guys join our discussion in our group and our Tactical Paradigm.
Where are we?
Comments. We're here at a secret location in Montana.
Secret location is correct.
Our shooting spot, secret.
If you've been here, you know it. If you haven't, you don't. We're not telling you.